Hey, everybody, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is my good buddy Tad. Hey, Tad.
And Eddie.
And
Eddie's here
Eddie.
too.
Tad and Eddie.
Eddie was a hat for a minute.
I miss having a cat. My stepson is very allergic, so I haven't had a cat since I met his mother.
Yeah, but he moved out now.
Yeah, Peggy is still like, we can't have a cat or Brendan will never
She's
come
like,
visit
I want
us.
him to be able to visit.
Yes, yep. So I'm like, okay.
Bah.
So we have dogs.
He can wear a mask when he comes.
We tried that when we went to my dad's house. Oh, it was so bad. Because he
Long sleeves and a mask, latex gloves.
you know, we made him sleep in a tent. Well, I'm not kidding. He slept in
Yeah.
a tent. He slept in a tent in the backyard, and he only came in during the day when we were like, you know, being a family.
Yeah,
And
that'll work.
it didn't. He still was wheezing and couldn't breathe and acting all allergic. Anywho, let's talk about comic books. What's going on? Well, let's talk about news first.
Well, I mean, two of the items are comic news.
Yeah.
One happy, one not so.
Yeah.
Things from Another World, which is bills itself as the third largest online comics retailer, is closing down its online store on April 30th. Its
Oh,
its physical locations in Oregon and California will remain open. So, there's that. Um, in happier news, Sony Pictures is adapting Love Everlasting movie,
great. That's
which makes me
awesome.
makes me happy. Tom and Elsa should make some money. Maybe we'll bring some more people to comics. Not that many movies have brought people to comics like they should. It's weird that movies will make readers out of people.
Hmm.
Oh, I love this movie. I should read the book. Oh my God, the book is better.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I
Um,
love this movie. Oh, it's based on a comic. Well, maybe I'll look at it.
yeah,
Bastards.
maybe I'll look at it. I agree.
Bastards.
Well, I'm hoping now that Penguin has a foot in the game, we'll have comic books in more locations.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that they're already getting more play in more bookstores and libraries. So
Uh-huh.
we're winning the war. Just feels like
Hmm.
we lose a lot of the battles.
No, it does. Oh man. So
Eddie,
what
really?
kind what kind of a week has it been, Tad?
Well, it looks like comics are about to get a lot more expensive as they tend to be printed in China or Canada. And
Yeah?
and and also, if the penguins near Antarctica decide that they're going to start making any items for export, there will be a 10% tariff on them.
Oh God.
But you know what countries don't have tariffs? We didn't place a tariff on Russia or North Korea
True.
because they're definitely our friends.
Yes, they're the good guys, Tad.
Yeah, which is why I was out on the street for a few hours yesterday
Good.
with 30,000 some odd of my friends in the city of Chicago. Uh,
Um
and there were
my
other protests all over the nation
yeah.
because because uh
Yeah, my wife was at one in Sioux Falls. I
it's good,
had play yesterday, so
right?
I was busy all day. But
So 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 tell me if this isn't just like the worst thing you've ever heard a politician say out loud and completely indicative of this administration and the particular person who said it.
okay,
Robert Kennedy this week said that they were laying off 80% of the staff at Health and Human Services
yeah,
and the CDC. Um, but it's not that big of a deal because they'd probably bring back 20% of them because they'd make mistakes and fire the wrong people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna fire people, make certain that you're firing the right people first,
Right.
rather than going, oops, I didn't mean to fire the people who keep track of nuclear weapons safety. Because, like,
Exactly.
here's the thing, once you fire them, what if they don't come back?
Right. When you're like, oops, we made a
I
mistake.
wouldn't.
Why would you want to go work
I
for
mean,
somebody that would
particularly
do that?
because, I mean, like, there's this whole idea that people who do civil service can't get hired elsewhere, and that's just not true.
Hmm.
People who do civil service tend to be really, really good at really, really hard jobs and get paid less than they could make on the open market because they have a sense of duty.
Hmm.
So, like, I wondered aloud yesterday, we've had a couple of months of above like higher than average new job creation. And I wonder how much of that is actually, oh shit, these scientists are available. Let's snap them up while they are.
Hmm. Hmm. I agree.
But probably for more money than they were making with the government. So like, are they going to go back to writing an email every week to fucking Doge to justify their job in exchange for less money?
Hell
I
no.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, like, it's bad enough that I saw a sign yesterday where it was evil, which is worse, evil or incompetent, and it had like the picture of uh Musk under evil and Trump under incompetent, and I'm sitting there going, isn't it possible that they're both both?
Yes. Yes. They both go both ways for sure.
I mean, yes, we're seeing lots of evil, but we're not actually seeing a lot of competence anywhere either. It's kind of like, is he drunk or stupid? Isn't it possible?
Oh,
Those
for
aren't
Pete Hicks,
mutually
that's
exclusive, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. I
You
mean,
can be drunk and stupid.
mhm. I don't know, man. Like, I see Elon on TV
And
going,
oh, wait, that's the defense secretary.
yeah. When when Elon's on TV and he's like, I don't understand the uh backlash against me. Why would they hurt Tesla? This doesn't make any sense. What did I do? I, does he really believe that? Like he doesn't
I
believe that?
hope not, because if he actually believes it, he's even dumber than I think. If he doesn't believe it and he thinks saying it on TV will be in any way helpful, he's still pretty dumb.
Yeah, that's what's been
But
throwing me.
but
It's
if
like,
he believes what he's saying, that he truly doesn't understand why somebody would take out on his company their anger at the things that he's done to them by taking over their country, then
yes,
that's like, yeah.
I agree. He's so weird that I can't tell whether, like, does he actually think that he's doing great work?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean,
Is there a master plan by tanking the economy? Are they going to get their billionaires to buy up all the stocks that are
um,
crashing and then release the tariffs and go, look at that, we saved the economy.
no, I don't think it's that complicated of a master plan. I think it's a um we're going to make everybody hurt, and if they want us to make them hurt less, they have to do what we say. We don't even know what we're going to ask them to do yet, but they're going to have to come begging, and then we might give them help. until we decide we don't like them anymore, at which point we'll hurt them again until they come begging. And then, I mean, it's a very, very like simplistic mob mentality. We're not even talking like Don Corleone mob mentality. We're talking the okay, I'm gonna go beat up some guys and then charge for protection money
Okay.
because they wouldn't dare band up against me.
Yeah.
Only, only in terms of the world, they are.
Right. Yeah. They are. And it's pissing everybody off on the MAGA side because they're like, how dare so and so put in a retaliation for tariff for this? And
Well, but it's not even that. There's, I mean, I loved the comment from the EU. The EU's like, we love soybeans. We can buy them from Brazil. We
Mhm.
love Harley Davidsons, but we also like Kawasaki's.
Mhm.
Your wine, not that good. Ours is better. Cheese, also, we like ours better. I mean, that's like the massive oversight here is that like I don't think the US has many products that we export that can't be gotten at similar qualities or better elsewhere.
Right. And I think,
Um, and where it gets really interesting, and we haven't actually seen this, but I think this is the thing that's waiting for the tariffs to actually officially go into place because like they don't start up until I think the 9th, so later this week. Um, a lot of these nations that we have trade deficits for, we don't have trade deficits if you count the services we sell to their countries. What happens if they start putting restrictions on the services that we can sell their countries? What if they say, we don't actually need business consultants from the United States. We can get them from the EU, or we don't need bankers from the United States. They've got some good ones in Japan. Or we don't need scientists from the United States. There are good ones in all over the place. Or
exactly.
worse still, hey, just got fired by the US government, want to continue doing good work? We'll give you citizenship.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
That would
yeah.
lure a lot of people.
I don't know what comes next, but uh, I'm certain that my thoughts on what comes next are way better than anybody who's actually pulling the levers on power and causing what comes next. I think that they're working in some fantasy world where like nobody behaves like them and people
Yep.
will always do anything and everything to get the bully to stop being the bully.
Yep.
And that's not actually how most people, and this has bothered me with like our wars for a while. Like, oh, we'll bomb the shit out of them, and then they'll go, oh, if we don't be nice, they're gonna kill us. And it's like,
Nope.
really? Would that work if they did it to us? Or would we band together and say you're an evil monster and I would rather die fighting you than live
Yeah.
by doing what you tell me to do?
Exactly.
Why do we think the rest of the world thinks that differently from us?
Arrogance. You
Uh,
know, I, yeah, I don't know what to say about our just again sheer arrogance. It's all it is that we
Also,
that
I think that like every time they move to the right, which they've been doing a lot, they also move further to stupid.
yeah.
More and more. I don't think that they have many competent people. They have they have moron ideologues doing everything.
Hmm.
That think their way will work because they think their way will work, not because they have a scintilla of evidence that their way will work. Other than like it worked pretty good in Rambo.
Right?
You ever see Goodfellas? It worked in a casino and The Godfather. Only they don't even get half that shit right.
Yeah.
Alex Jones talks about like the brilliance of Emperor Palpatine taking over the galaxy. He worked both sides, the government and he pitted them against each other and he blew up everything and then became the emperor and like forgets that like he got taken down by fucking teddy bears.
Yep. Got taken down by nobodies.
His power lasted for what? 20 miserable years?
Yeah.
And you know that they were miserable because like in 20 years, like people managed to forget the Jedi because they've been like stripped of so much history.
Yeah. Well, on the outer Ricks in Star Wars lore, right? The Outer Rim people just didn't see the Jedi very much when they were in. They were more rare,
I
right?
Yeah, but I think they still saw them fairly regularly when there were thousands of them versus when there were none.
Yeah. I agree. It is weird that they did forget about the Jedi so quickly.
I mean, it's not when you think of like how any I mean, like how many people found out about Tulsa from the Watchmen TV series?
Right.
How many people who lived in Tulsa found out about Tulsa from the Watchmen TV series?
True.
I know some.
That's
I
funny.
know some whose grandparents who'd lived it were still unwilling to talk about it because that's how scared they'd been made to talk about it right after it happened.
Okay. I could see, yeah, I could see that.
How completely has huge parts of the nation bought the lost cause version of the southern states? They were
Yeah.
good, gentle men and women protecting their way of life. And yes, the black people were slaves, but they treated them well. They were slaves only in name. They were more like family members. They gave them food and clothing in exchange for really not that much labor. How completely is that believed some places?
I yeah. Some places, 100%.
So tell me that like massive amounts of our understanding of the world couldn't be erased in a short period of time if like the people who controlled the information flow decided that it should be.
Yeah, you're right. It just seems weird that, like, okay, go back to the Star Wars reference for a second. Han Solo, right? A world or a galaxy traveler, right? In his smuggling days, never came across a Jedi before seeing Kenobi.
He was like 5 or 6 years older than Luke, and he was a street urchin. So maybe
Yeah,
he came
yeah.
across a Jedi when he was young, maybe not. Even if he
Okay.
did, as the world changed, would he be convinced that like he'd just seen some sort of con man magician rather than I mean, remember, Order 66 killed like almost all of the Jedi at once.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They did have to hunt some down, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Right. So like overnight it went from a thing that you saw plenty of to what's a Jedi? And sure, the people who were like adults during that period, they're going to remember more, but as it becomes something that could get you killed to talk about, are you going to teach your kids about it?
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
I mean,
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
History can be fragile.
that's sad. I am realizing that more and more. Like I did not.
Why do you think that the first thing that people intent on fascism or authoritarianism in general go after is the
Books,
information
libraries.
streams? Well,
Yeah.
books, libraries, media streams.
Yeah.
They try to discredit the truth first and then control as much of what goes out second. And then if they can erase history too, so much the better.
Yep. It's insidious. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
When you think about how deep a plan like that goes, we're talking years
But it doesn't
long
actually take
integrate
a huge plan. I mean, that's the thing.
to
You just
implement it though. It's a large scale thing to implement.
yeah,
It's
but
taken
it can
10.
it can be a lot of small scale things that people think that they're acting on their own because they had just the right seeds spread. It's entirely possible that no more than three or four people have been thinking about this in any long-term way at any given time in the last 50 years. But most of getting to it doesn't require people to understand that what they're doing is getting to fascism. It needs you to like go, oh, abortion is bad. Think of the babies. No, 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 no. Don't think of the women and their rights. They're bad people because they got pregnant with babies they don't want.
Right.
That's not me trying to control them. They're just bad people.
You're right. You are very right.
I mean,
Oh,
that's I mean, like my biggest judgment on like the possibility of anything that sounds like a conspiracy theory is how many people need to understand what's going on for it to work.
right.
And not many people need to understand that what's going on for this to work. Not many people at all.
No, I wonder who it is though. I mean, you really don't think it's Trump because he's really stupid.
No, I think it's more likely to be Peter Thiel or the Koch brothers, possibly JD Vance.
Really?
Um,
You think JD
I
Vance
think he
might?
could be in on it. He's not
Okay.
dumb. He's not
Yeah.
personable, but he's not dumb.
Okay.
And
I guess
he's
I
and
don't.
he's a
Yeah.
product of like your Russell Votes and your the people who've been saying this stuff out loud. And that's the other thing. They've been saying this stuff out loud because they know they can, and because they know that makes it sound even more like a conspiracy theory. It makes them sound like quacks. They said it out loud. They couldn't possibly be trying to hide it.
Yeah. You're right. They do. They are pulling it that way. Huh. Oh, okay. Let's get to comics, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Joe Illidge and Tim Seeley are teaming up to write a Spawn comic. Tasha
Really?
Thornwall is the bloodletter, mystical
Yes.
mercenary of the world's secret underground, former CIA operative forced to live in the shadows after being outed by Al Simmons 10 years ago. Tasha is now, I have this covered up, now out for revenge when she learns that Al Simmons is alive as Spawn.
They
From Tim
need to
C.
let Al go.
Yeah, from Joe Illidge, Tim Seeley, and Christian Rosato. In stores on June 18th.
Cool. I'm glad they're doing like a Spawn universe. I really am because for the longest time it was a very narrow scope series. And um yeah, this is cool that they're doing, spin-offs now. But all right, next up is Blue Palo Verde from Ray Fox and Ramonte. Um, on her first day out of jail, Christine Woods discovers that her father has disappeared into a mysterious, isolated town hidden in the New Mexico desert. Now it's up to her to find him and rescue him from a bizarre and unnatural threat. an atmospheric folk horror story of dread and redemption set in the American Southwest. This is going to be in stores on June 11th
Mad Cave. This looks
from
pretty
Mad
cool.
Cave. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Lazarus Fallen. The Eisner winning team of Lark and Rucka return with the first issue of their final series about Forever Carlisle. In the neo feudalist world, ruled by the ultra wealthy families, each has a Lazarus, raised and trained to be the instrument of that family's will. Finally free of her father's control, Forever is going to burn it all down. In stores June 25th from Image Comics. And Tyler's going to be introduced to this universe as I start doing a reread, and I think Phil's going to join us most weeks too.
Hmm.
And like we're gonna do some deep diving into this series that wound up being way too prophetic.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yes.
I mean, remember what we were just talking about? That doesn't take that many people to like
Yeah.
wind up causing all of the damage to the other people.
Hmm.
This is what happens next.
All right. I can't wait till we get into it. This is a one-shot The Purpose Project from Danny Hogan and Felipe Cunha. The imaginative odd couple workplace comedy pairs an unambitious stoner with a salty soon-to-be retiree as part of a new government initiative dubbed the Purpose Project. Its goal to help everyday citizens adjust to a world in which most jobs have been made obsolete and where people have an opportunity to find alternative sources of purpose beyond the traditional concepts of work. That was in quotes. This is also going to be in shops on June 11th from, who is this? AWA. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Some graphic novels, Mixed Tales from the Cosmos, from the Mitts from third person in conjunction with Critical Role. What? To a crash landing on an uncharted islet, a struggling farmer in the Un, and a small fold town plagued with peculiar changes have in common? They're all part of the strange and expanding cosmos of Midst, the hit sci-fi Western podcast series from third person in conjunction with Critical Role. Explore the people, places, and bizarre phenomena that will immerse you in the unexpected and unique stories from an entirely new cosmos. Uh,
It looks
from
really great. I love the
yeah,
cover.
from Colin Lorimer, Jasmine Walls, Kendra Wells, Alejandro Aragon, and others. Did it tell me my others? Aviv Orr and Vash Taylor, in stores on August 12th.
All right, Dan in Green Gables, a graphic novel. This is the modern reimagining of Anne of Green Gables by Ray Tercero. I gotta move my screen around here. In this modern reimagining of Anne of Green Gables, effervescent extrovert Dan Stewart Alvarez is surprised to find home and community in rural Tennessee. Despite a life on the road with his free-spirited mother, 15-year-old Dan Stewart Alvarez has always wanted to settle down. He just didn't think it'd be like this, with his mother abandoning him in rural Tennessee with two strangers, his gentle grandmother and conservative, rough around the edges grandfather. Here he is forced to adjust to working the farm, entering high school, and hardest yet, reckoning with his queerness in a severe Southern Baptist community. This is going to be in shops June 3rd from Penguin. Oh, and I forgot the artist is Claudia Aguirre. All right.
Oh, this one is also yours.
Roar, A Star in the Abyss, Volume 1 from I uh is it A? I'm not sure AI is pronounced, but I
I think
Akue
it's A.
A
Yeah.
Akoe Kodansha. Can you scroll down for me a little bit, Ted?
Sorry.
There we go. Who is the villain of your story? Misato had a perfect childhood with parents who loved her and a home on an idyllic island in Japan's inland sea. But then a TV show starts shooting in town. Misato's cast as an extra, and in an instant, her life is turned on its head. A woman appears claiming to be her real mother, and before she knows it, Masato is living in a lavish mansion surrounded by greedy schemers of all stripes. The curtain rises on the story of a rising star who plunges into an abyss where the only sustenance is vengeance. Dun, dun, dun. This is going to be in shops June 3rd.
June 3rd. Rolf and Other Fantasy Stories from Richard Corbin with an introduction by Hayao Miyazaki. Uh, the next volume of the Richard Corbin Library is a trilogy of werewolf stories. Rolf is a postmodern take on Beauty and the Beast that mixes high fantasy with dystopian science fiction. It's the first masterpiece in Corbin's long career. The Beast of Wolfton and its sequel, The Spirit of the Beast, are ironic love stories of a werewolf family saga. The book closes with a poignant free adaptation of one of the Japanese legends of Lafcadio Hearn called The Story of Oteg. And the hardcover will be in stores on August 5th.
Cool, cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 Return to New York. This is the new series by Jason Aaron that's been amazing. All right, Raphael is in prison. Michelangelo is living in Tokyo, where he's become a TV star. Leonardo is traveling the world in search of peace. Donatello is trapped in a mutant zoo and forced to fight rich men looking for a thrill. And what has been going on in New York where the turtles are scattered across the globe? Find out in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 from Jason Aaron. And who is the artist on this? It's got a few people.
Joel Jones,
Raphael.
Raphael Albuquerque, Cliff Shang, Derek Robertson,
Yeah.
and
From
Chris
IDW.
Burnham on June 24th.
Hmm.
Those Not Afraid from Kyle Starks and Patrick Piazzalunga. Two serial killers to discover they are within reach of the state record for kills and enter a terrible competition to see who gets there first. Learn more about our awful killers, Mark Christopher Ewing and Daniel Dodson, and their grotesque activities as we enter a frightening game of cat and mouse between killers and police. From Dark Horse Comics in stores on August 26th. This has been typically Kyle Stark's terrifying and hilarious all at once.
Yeah.
There's only one person that does the terrifying and hilarious better than Kyle Stark, so we'll be talking about him this week too.
Okay. But yes, you're right. Yeah, Kyle Starks is really interesting because he's super funny. So you wouldn't expect it to be horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh
Final word cutoffs this week. We got Free Planet from Audrey Sitterson and Jed Doherty at Image Comics. The Killer Affairs of the State, Volume 2 from Matt's Luke Jacomon from Archaea Boom. It was May 7th for Free Planet #1, May 21st for Killer Affairs of the State 2 #1, and then Vanishing Point #1 from Mark Russell and Juan Doe at Mad Cave, also available on May 7th. Kickstarting, we still have Zombie Date Night 2 from Steve Urena and Sergei Dominic on Kickstarter through April 15th. Mask of Halia, Echoes of the Forgotten Past from Cecilia Lim, Waverly Lim, Susan Bin, Vic Kaido, and Caitlin Fagelon at Quento Comics on Kickstarter through April 17th. Check out my discussion with Cecilia and Waverly. And then Cure Breed from Cube of Justice Films is kickstarting through April 21st. So you're behind a week on picking up the Patrick Horvath book, but let's talk three amazing books from
oh,
last week.
oh really? It came out
Yeah,
a week ago? Because it was
yeah,
on my new release shelf this week.
I get it.
Um, so yeah, I apologize. I didn't know that. But yes,
What?
Free for all.
I
They've
didn't
kind of
talk about it enough last week, so you know.
free
And it
for
was
all.
one of the ones that I mentioned as a also great this week.
You did. I didn't pick up on that. But it was on my
Yeah.
new week. I don't know why Rainbow's behind,
Talk
but
about it more because it was great.
yeah, free for all. I've got the Matt Kint cover. I don't know why I showed it to you, Ted. You've seen it. But I've got the Matt Kint cover because I love his work.
I do
Um,
too.
but yeah, this comic is just so good. It's a large one-shot story about having to have a gladiator battle when you don't want to pay your taxes, essentially. Um,
I mean,
I mean, okay, so the super
well,
rich,
when
let's
you're
explain this.
rich
When you're
and don't want
rich.
to, yeah,
So
yeah,
the super rich
that's a
are,
very important aspect.
yeah, the super rich are thrown into a lottery that they're then drawn out of to have to donate half of their money
Money or fight to the death, and
or fight to the death.
the
Yeah.
loser, all of their money goes.
Yeah. It's great.
And
I loved it.
I love the
And
concept.
yeah.
Let's make more billionaires fight to the death. Um,
Yeah, can you imagine Jeff Bezos versus, I don't know, Elon Musk?
well, I mean, we were supposed to get Elon Musk versus Mark, or not Mark Cuban, Facebook.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, but Musk pussied out.
You know what we need?
Don't you remember he challenged Zuckerberg to a fight and Zuckerberg's like, sure, when and where?
No, I don't remember this at all. That's funny though.
Yeah. Zuckerberg was like, sure, when and where?
Nerd rage, right? Um, and then my next book was Lucky Devils number 3. This wasn't a last week book, was it? This was this week,
Yeah, it
right?
was. This came out this week because I have it on my stack of things that I haven't managed to read yet
Okay.
because
Lu
I had so much reading to do this week.
I know it was so good, wasn't it, Tad?
It was great.
Lucky Devils number 3 has Rake and Collar, right? The two demons that don't really want to corrupt their humans any longer. So they're trying to promote them in the world to be better people. And and yeah, all kinds of hijinks ensue when they get promoted in this issue, the two demons, right? They get promoted and have to then have more oversight, right? They're going to have another demon over them, and so now they got to convince their people to do some bad stuff to get, yeah, it's funny. It's really funny.
Yeah, because it's Sewell and
Yeah, Charles Sewell
and
and Ryan Brown.
right, and that's gonna make it funny.
Yeah. And then this one was also on your list, and I didn't do this on purpose. It was just such a good book.
Well,
Uh,
this is exactly what I was just talking about. Kyle Starks is the second best at doing really fucked up horror that's also ridiculously funny. And we'll be talking about the best in a minute.
yes. You know what? I'll wait till you get to it. Then we'll just talk about it at your list. What's your number
Yeah,
one?
and he's coming back. I emailed him as soon as I was done. So like we haven't found our date, but he is coming back. So I'll go backwards. I'll start from three.
Okay.
So we can talk about this first was I was a fashion school serial killer number one. I literally started my email to him with like, please don't take this as offensive, but you have the world's most fucked up, hilarious brain. I hope you can see that as the compliment that it's meant to be. And he started
Yeah.
his email back with me like, no, that's totally a compliment. It's my brand.
You know, not to spoil anything, but there is a panel where someone is hanging in the bathtub upside down. They've been skinned, and she's bathing in their blood,
Yep.
and it's just it's
Yeah.
funny yet
Yeah,
gruesome.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, so basically, it's kind of a Dexter story a little bit, right? Right, where
Except that she's also a fashion designer,
yeah, she's a fashion
and
designer.
waste not, want not.
Yeah, she makes her own
Blood is for
clothing.
baths, but the rest of it can be used in fashion.
Hmm. Did you catch that little okay, so the dude at the front of the beginning of the comic that is attacking a girl and he gets killed, he's got a tattoo on his back of
Yep,
angel wings.
that's now on the
Now on the back of her jacket.
back of her
Yeah.
jacket. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Her black leather jacket is very clearly a very special kind of leather that's been stained black.
Yeah, because she was like, they were like, is it leather? And she's like, a kind of
A
leather.
kind of leather. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 Oh man,
Uh,
but it's really good. I really can't wait to see what comes next from this one.
so my second best book, and
Mhm.
it's a testament to my top spot that this is number two, because this was one of the greatest things I've ever read. Um, Raina Telgemeier and Scott McCloud got together for a book called The Cartoonist Club. Um, Imagine drama crossed with understanding comics, and that's what The Cartoonist Club is. It's a fantastic middle grade YA story of friendship, but it's also like almost under the radar, but not entirely. But we've so well together that like I don't even think the most jaded of kid that doesn't want to learn anything from their books would be upset about it. Um, like tutorial on how comics work, how to make them, how to um, and it was just pure joy, pure
Right.
joy.
Yeah.
I loved. I mean, I expected to love this book. I still loved it more than I expected. Like I was blown away by this book, and it still came in second because of a one-page comic that Nick Susanis sent to me this week called Draw.
Okay.
Think I sent this to you.
You did. Yes, and
Yeah,
I read it.
yeah.
It was
Where
very hilarious. I love political cartoons, and this
yeah.
was more like a political like one
Broadsheet,
page.
one
Yeah,
page, yeah.
broadsheet.
Um,
Yep.
but like he started with the I could shoot somebody in Times Square and it wouldn't affect my approval rating, and then went into him making fun of the disabled reporter, and then grab him by the pussy, and like the perfect way where each row was shorter but had more panels in it, until the final row had more things than you could keep up with before getting to the end. And the Maya Angelou quote, when people tell you who they are, believe them the first time. And the question, like, when will you draw the line?
Right.
I mean, me, I drew the line when he came down the escalator and called Mexicans racist or rapists. That was the line for me. I don't actually really understand why that wasn't the line for everybody, but I I'm really curious as to like the people who he truly hasn't crossed the line for.
Like what? Yeah, what would be that line? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's he got to do?
I think it's guns. I think once he takes guns, um, because once he has everything in place the way he wants it, he's not going to let people keep their guns.
Yeah. So when he comes for their guns, they're going to decide they don't like him anymore.
I
Did they
think
know
so.
that it will be too late then?
I mean, no, obviously, no. We know that.
Okay.
I think. I mean, honestly, I think it will be guns. I mean, like
Yeah,
these
okay. See
these
that.
people live
I
and
see
die by
that.
their.
Oh.
That's what I
But
think.
yes,
But
draw the line. Nick Susanis. It can be found at Spin, Weave, and Cut. I've posted it on our Blue Sky. I'm certain that I will be emailing it to many, many people, and hopefully you will start seeing it all over the place because it deserves to be seen all over the place. But yeah, that's my top comic for the week, as much as I wish that it wasn't.
It was really well written. It was
It
funny.
was it
It
was
was it was spot on. I mean, as far as political cartoons go, it was engaging. It was, yeah. I
yeah. Well,
I
and if you go to his website, it's impeccably sourced. He didn't do it from memory. He has citations for every panel.
That's great because there's going to be somebody that reads it and goes, "That didn't happen. That's fake
Yeah,
news.
no, come
That's
watch the video.
yeah." Just like January 6th was a love-in.
Totally, totally. Except for those cops that had the crap beaten out of them. But we back the blue.
Yeah. Man, whatever. Okay, One Piece race. We're in week 33, Tad. We
I
have
think
been
so. Did I
racing.
remember to update it? Is it 33 or should it be 34? What was it last week?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go look.
Yeah.
Anyway, while we're looking for that, Tad and I have been racing through One Piece, not at a breakneck speed, but
I mean,
um,
some weeks.
some weeks, yeah. We are basically just looking for the number from last week. So just give us a second
Yeah, no,
here.
keep talking
We're
because
racing. I'm
this
looking
is
for it
cool.
too.
The Ghost Island was fun, and
It
it's
was,
still going. It's
yeah.
still going. No, it is week 34. Last week was
Okay.
week 3. At least if I remembered to update it last week. We're gonna assume that I remembered last week. Um, at some point, I might go back and actually check all of this stuff and discover, oh, we skipped we had 3 week 12s.
Well, yeah, yeah. That might be funny.
Just like
But
I think we actually have had either one, I think we've had one more interview episode than we have them. I think we have some, and I haven't even figured out where it is, but I think we have a great responsibility, or not a great responsibility, a great power, um, that we gave the same number to two people.
did I? And that may have happened
I think it was a
because,
long time ago too, which is why I haven't gone to like find it. But I
okay,
was adding up based on like other numbers that we've got. I'm like,
dang it. That's a bummer. So it's
we'll
just
figure it
one,
out.
it's just one
Well,
off.
yeah, and like, don't change it yet
Oh
because I
no,
could
I
be
don't even know where
wrong.
it would be. I don't even know where it would
Right,
be.
right. At
But
some point I'll have an OCD day where I go through and like clean up all sorts of stuff, and we discover that like we had two great power number 71s, and everything from 71 on will move up a number.
well, are you gonna do it? Would you actually go through and change it all?
If and when I have the day that I go OCD to start cleaning stuff up and I find it, yeah, no, as soon as I find it, I'm gonna like feel obligated to. That's one of the reasons I haven't actually jumped into that day or anywhere near that day yet, because as soon as I know where the mistake is, I'm gonna feel like I need to fix it.
Yeah. Well, there was last week a
And
couple.
unfortunately, I just said that on the air, which makes it possible that like my brother or my mother will go looking
Will
for the
hold you.
mistake.
Yep, they will. There are gonna be
And they'll
people
tell
out
me,
there.
"Oh, it's this," and I'll go, "Fuck."
No, it won't be them. It'll be one of our more like famous listeners, right? Maybe Doug Wagner will go out there and find it for
I
us, or
don't think any of them care about us enough or have that specific type of OCD.
that
I'm
would be
very
funny if
worried that
they
my
did.
brother Adam will find it.
Yeah.
Adam,
Why
be
what
kind,
why would you worry about Adam finding it? What would because
because
he
he's
just would
got the
hunt
right type of OCD.
he would hunt
Uh,
it down.
Enough time on his hands to like go, oh, challenge accepted. Let me go.
Hey, hey Adam, don't look for it until summertime. Tad's got
Yeah,
schoolwork to do.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Wait until after Memorial Day.
Yeah. Okay, so One Piece. Uh,
I love this Ghost Island.
yes, it's cool. It's just a total. I'm gonna flip to it here on my screen. So if I disappear for a second,
I don't know if I like the skeleton as much as I thought I did, though. I can't decide which side he's on.
I know. I agree. I
I
like him as
loved
a
him
character.
initially, and now I'm kind of
Yeah.
worried that he's not a good dude.
Yes, I got that impression as well. I like him though as a character, and I think that's why
Right.
I like him because I'm like, you could tell right away whether not right, not all the time, but
But
whether
I
some
wanted him to become Luffy's sidekick. They seemed like they'd be the comedic duo, and now I'm worried that he's less comedy and more evil.
right. And the problem is, well, he is comedy kind of, but you can't put two funny men next to each other. You need a straight man to make the jokes work. You know what I mean? And I really,
That's not always true,
that's true.
particularly because they do have a bunch of straight men on the crew.
Yeah. Yeah. In the play I'm doing right now, I'm the straight man, which is really
Right,
it's really uncomfortable for me because I want to just be funny and just like say the snarky comments and the
right.
whatever. You know what I mean?
But
But
I mean, how many people adore Dumb and Dumber?
yeah, they are both dumb and dumber. Obviously, it's in the
I
title.
mean, I'm not a
Uh,
big Dumb and Dumber fan, but how about Cheech and Chong? Who's the straight man there?
true. Yeah, they both have their faults and they both have their strengths for sure.
And
Um,
that's the, I mean,
you're right.
Luffy isn't always just silly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But yes, the skeleton character, he is such an anomaly because what's his name? I'm looking for it, but I'm having a brain fart here.
I forget right now too.
Okay. Anyway, he's great, because he's such a you could go either way. Like initially, we thought he was going to be this, like you said, this great play off of Luffy. They
Yeah,
both
silly
got
sidekick.
yeah,
And I don't know
yep,
right now.
yep.
I don't know
What
right
his
now.
what his intentions are. Yeah.
Yeah. So how about
Cool.
Monstress?
Monstress is kicking ass, man.
It
I have
is, but by
what
God, was this volume was just one like heartbreak after
It's
another.
depressing. Yeah, when
Though I
um
do have hope that our cat friend is back on our side.
yeah, me too. When you said earlier this week, you said, "Oh, hey, with everything you've got going on, did you get a chance to read Monstrous? We don't have to get together, you and I." Um,
Right.
I literally went, of course I read Monstrous. It's awesome." Because I'm like, I
Yeah, no,
have
I
to read
haven't
it.
managed to finish it yet. So I mean, it was part like do I get to read other stuff or do I need to make certain I read Monstrous? But if you had managed to cram it in, then God damn it, I was going to cram it in.
I
Um,
did. Yep.
so
And
when you
because
said you had, it's like, okay, uh,
sorry,
uh,
was
I
that not
have
the
my
answer you
top
wanted?
three. No, 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 well, no, I actually, I mean, really, all it means is that like I haven't read Birds of Prey yet. I haven't read Galaxy of Madness yet. I haven't read Daredevil Code in Hell yet, or Ironheart Bad Chemistry, or Lucky Devils, or Godzilla Heist, or Monkey Meat, or
Monkey meat's good, man. That's a
Resurrection
Junie
Man,
Ba.
or Plague House, or Ripperland.
Yeah, it was
Um,
such a good week, man.
I mean, literally, I have read five comics this week, and like, and that's why I couldn't go nine because like Polis, which is the first of the Protopias collection that you were talking about the next one or one of the next ones when we were
Hmm.
talking upcoming releases. The Purpose Project is another one of them.
Yeah.
With where a protopia is like it's not quite a utopia. It's a this is a non-perfect but progressive
I
world
look at
that
it
we can envision.
I look at it like it's an improvement over where we're at. I mean, but there,
Right.
it's always a work in progress.
Right. Yeah, but they actually like talk. There was a specific introduction that talked about like the difference between Protopia and Utopia at the beginning of Polos, and Mark Russell just did a beautiful job. And Star Trek War number one was amazing, and like all five comics that I read could have been one spot comics, but I didn't get to nine, and you know me, I can do three or I can do nine.
Hmm.
Five feels wrong.
I
You
agree.
don't have five outs in it. I mean, I guess five innings in a is what you need for an official game if it's a rain out. If I thought
Right.
about it, I would have said, we got a rain out after five innings. Um,
Okay,
but
so for
no. So I actually finished reading Monstress this morning, and
this
God,
morning,
cried.
it was
I
a lot. Okay, because it's
particularly when our fox creature had to lose their innocence. I like, oh no, you for first you try to do good and it winds up harming people that you care about, and then you have to like become a warrior, and even though you're killing bad guys, you're having to kill, and I hate that for you.
I know you just feel like you just put it the correct way, losing your innocence because it's like
Yeah.
he sh I sh yeah, he shouldn't have to
She
stoop. Yeah, yeah, she shouldn't have to stoop. Um, the fox
uh
is a yeah, the fox is a girl. Duh.
yeah,
Um, you know, I love the artwork, but you know what kind of throws my eyes off is the brightness of the word balloons because
sometimes.
the artwork is muted watercolors and um the or markers maybe. And anyway, the word balloons are those bright, stark white backgrounds. Um,
But it's so beautiful.
it
The
is.
words are beautiful. The art is beautiful. This last page is just with Micah and her god and the fox like as a almost as a family curled up together and
Uh-huh.
being awake. It's just
I'm going to the last page for a second. My thing won't let me go. Oh, that's why. Okay. My I I'm hitting the forward button thinking it would bring me to the end of the volume.
right.
But it's not. It brings me to the beginning of the next volume. So let me do some scroll work here.
Now you can look up.
Yeah. Anywho, um,
I'm holding it up for you if you want to look at it.
okay, hold on. I don't have your picture on my screen. There we go. There she is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Isn't that
So
just like the parents and the yeah.
that's great. So what else has Marjorie Lou written?
She did X-23. I think
Oh,
she
the
even did the
Wolverine book.
original run on Nyx,
Okay, I love Nyx. I mean, I like the new one.
but like the original
Hmm.
run, I think was Marjorie Liu
Hmm.
way back
Okay.
when. I want to say she's a lawyer by trade. Um,
Really? Cool.
yeah,
That's
an
kind of a
attorney,
cool bit.
and Marjorie Liu is an attorney and New York Times best-selling novelist and comic book writer. Oh, that's right. She wrote the Han Solo miniseries.
Okay.
Uh, Wingborn is, I think, her YA comics, or Wing Bearer. She did some astonishing X-Men. She did some Black Widow, some Daken, Dark Wolverine.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
And then she's
That's
done a couple different novel series, the Dirk and Steele series and the Hunter Kiss series. And then she's got some novellas and short stories. So
love it. I'm gonna check out
yeah,
more of her stuff.
yeah, yeah. She's been around.
Well, I knew that. I just wasn't sure. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, she
uh,
generally doesn't have more than one or two things at a time because I think she's actually still a practicing attorney. Uh,
right.
and that kind of cuts into your ability to write, you know?
Exactly. Like her friends are like at work are like, "Do you want to go out and celebrate this big win we had?" And she's like, "Oh, I got to go home and write a comic book."
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Fun.
um,
Yeah, so we're gonna go into Monstress Volume 6 next week.
volume six next week. Yep.
Oh,
As we
and
get
Tad,
closer and
you were
closer to getting caught up.
yeah, Tad, you are going to C2E2 next weekend.
Yes, I am.
That's exciting. Are you
Yes, I am. I'll have some words from C2E2.
yeah. Are you expecting, I guess you don't really know, but like bigger crowds this year, or is it gonna be
I try not to think about that because, like, the bigger the crowd is, the less I like being there.
I know, that's what I know.
So that's the last thing I want to think about ahead of time. Thanks, Tyler.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just was my thought process was, you know, last time I was there was at the tail end of COVID, and so we were still doing masks and stuff like that, and it wasn't overly crowded then. Um, I didn't
It
know if it's
was
been
crowded enough for me to be overwhelmed. And yes, it's been more crowded in the years since then.
okay. Okay.
Um, I'm trying to let me go look. I think our non-comic special guests are well, no, because here's the thing, the Breakfast Club will be there. So I don't know how to predict how many people the Breakfast Club will bring in, particularly in Chicagoland, which is like where it was filmed.
Yes.
Um,
Yep.
but let's see, where are our guests? The capital guests. Uh, yeah, it looks like there's some Outlander people. They have a big fan group. Um, Richardson from Black Panther and Spider-Man Across the Universe. Uh,
Okay.
I'm
Let's
just quickly
see.
flipping through and looking for, yeah, Ali Sheedy from the Breakfast Club.
Yep.
Trying to look through. Actually, I think I can. Let's look at featured guests. That's what I wanted. Featured guests. Oh, yeah. Emilio Estevez will be there, along with Sam Hahn from Outlander, whatever that is, or
Yep.
whoever he is. I know what Outlander is.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
and
Well,
yeah, no. So I don't know how to predict
no, it was a
what the guests will do in terms of doesn't look like we've got any Avengers. So like when Chris Evans was there a couple of years ago, like I remember that like nobody could get to Meredith McLaren for almost 2 hours just because of the Chris Evans line.
right. Yeah. She was just being blocked.
Right. So I mean the photo op lines are the ones that Andy Serkis will be there.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's Andy Serkis. Dominic
Um,
Monaghan. Nope, that's Billy Boyd. Never
Billy
mind.
Boyd, Billy West, Casper Van Dien, Denise Richards. So we've got some Starship Troopers going.
Yep. Oh,
I
there is Dominic
admire
Monaghan.
theirs. Yeah, that's right. Because there's a little. Okay, okay. I take it
Elijah Wood.
back. It's going to be crazy. We have the Breakfast Club, we have the Lord of the Rings, and we have Starship Troopers, and we have Outland, and none of those things necessarily. Oh, and it looks like significant like Futurama voices.
John Rhys
So,
Davies is there.
well, that's part of
Lord of the Ring.
the
No,
Lord of
he's
the
not Lord of the Ring.
Rings.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
so
Katie
uh,
Seagal. Oh, nice.
that's Futurama. It seems like the big groups are Futurama, Outland. Um, it looks like there's a decent sized Critical Role group.
Lord of
There's
the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, and there's um, Breakfast Club, Molly Ringwald,
Hmm.
and Starship Troopers. So we actually have a number of things with pretty big. Oh no, we got RoboCop too. Pretty big. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Is Sean Astin. Uh, Pretty big individual fandoms that aren't necessarily fandoms that will cross over.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what to expect.
Well, it was a
And it
stupid
still drives
question.
me up the wall that this is the group of people that drives Comic Con attendance.
Mhm.
I want it to be the comic people that draw Comic Con attendance. I'm gonna get to see um Anthony Fowler will be back, Art Balthazar, Art Adams, Ben Percy, Bill Amend from Foxtrot, uh, Caitlin Yarsky, our friend Caitlin Yarsky will be there. Uh, Charles Stewart, Charles Sewell, Chris
Chris
Claremont
Claremont.
again, uh, Corin Howell, Dan Doherty, Cully Hamner, Dan Parent. That which means I know where Tom King will be hiding out when he's not at his own booth. He's going to be over talking Archie with Dan Parent. Dave Wachter
It
will
wa-
be back. Declan Shalvey's there this year. David Finch is there this year. Donnie Cates is there. Dustin Wen. Eddie Campbell's back. Eric Larson is there. Uh, Vero Pay. He does some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Frank Cho, Gene Ha, Jeff Darrow,
Greg
Greg and
and Faye.
Fake, Greg Land, Griffin Sheridan, Jason Aaron, Jai Lee, Jason Howard, Jeff Brown, Jenny Friesen, Jeremy Hahn, John
We're in
J.
we're just in the J's right now.
Yeah, yeah. So it's Joel Jones, Cami Garcia, Kat Lay. It's a good year for comic creators already. Klaus Janson is back, Kyle Starks is back, Mark
Yeah, it
Brooks,
is. That
Mark
is a good
Chiarella will be
list.
there, Mitch Gerads will be there, um,
Pat Gleason, he's cool.
Rick Gleason will be there, Rod Reese, Ryan Otley, Ryan Dunleavy, Ryan Brown, Ryan Parrott. There's a bunch of Ryans.
Cool, cool, cool. All
Tim
right.
Seeley, Timothy Zahn, Tom King, Tony Daniel. Yeah, it'll be a good week. Wendy and Richard Pini will be there, and Zach Kaplan will be back. So it will be a good group of people, but I have no idea how busy it will be. And I'm trying not to think too hard about that because the more I think about that, the less I want to go see my friends. Um,
Okay. So, okay. Yeah. It was a stupid question. I was just kind of searching for something to ask you about C2E2,
it's
and
okay.
my
I
brain
know,
went there.
but that's why I just spent way too much time going through the people that are going to be there because it reminded me that it's not as scary as it sometimes feels.
Right. Yeah. Well, I yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. It's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
I think I'll have fun.
I know you
I
will.
generally do.
Yeah. All
So why
right,
don't we
let's.
talk? There's some kick-ass books coming out this week, even though there
I,
aren't many books coming out this week.
there really wasn't. I
Yeah.
scoured Lunar for a while. I
Yeah.
can't even pronounce the word lunar.
Yeah.
Lunar for a while, and was like, God, there's just diddly shit next week.
I scoured both Lunar and
Penguin.
Penguin, and I have a whopping what, four honorable mentions? When was the last time I only had four honorable mentions?
Yeah. Is it a fifth week or something? What's going on? No,
I
it's not.
mean, it's the middle of the month, so I have no idea.
Well,
I
what's your
think it's a
first?
5 week. No, is it even a 5 week month?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
But
5 week month because April 2nd
Sunday. No, Monday.
was Wednesday.
Well, let's see here.
So
Yeah,
we've got the
April 2nd
2nd,
was
we've
Wednesday.
got the 9th, we've got the 16th, we've got the 23rd, and we've got the 30th.
Correct.
So it's a 5 week month.
Mhm.
But apparently they decided to make the second week the fifth week.
Weird. Anywho, let's see what we've got,
But
Dad.
we do get Golden Rage, Mother Knows Best, #1
Yeah, that
from
was a
Lizzie
great
Williams and
series.
Laura Knight. And the Great British Bump Off Killer Bee Quilt #1 from John Allison and Max Sarin. And the fifth issue of Batman Dark Patterns #5, which got my last spot instead of Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over #1, because I know that Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over #1 is awesome because Joanne was kind enough to send me a reader copy before she was on to talk about Harley Quinn Scratch and Sniff. Do you have your Harley Quinn Scratch and Sniff?
Yeah,
I
it's
have
really
my
gross.
Harley. I have
Have
my
you
Harley Quinn
opened it?
Scratch and Sniff. I have not had
Okay,
the
so I bought
I have
mine.
not had the courage to open mine yet.
Okay, so let me give you a little heads up. I bought mine and it is sealed, but I got a chance to sniff one that was open at the comic store, and it
And it's
is
gross. I've
horrible.
heard that it's gross.
It is not a fart smell, really.
Uh,
It's a chemically
I
made. I mean, it's a
mean,
chemical made smell.
have you smelled my dog's farts? Because I mean, my dog's farts are pretty bad.
It is gross. So they did a good job, but as far as
My
like
dog can clear a room.
fartacular, I don't know what.
My dog can clear a room.
Kenny.
Yeah, yeah. And his are silent but deadly. So maybe they were just trying to do potato farts.
I don't know, man, but it's worth it to pick it up for for
The
the
story is
nostalgia of it.
great.
Yeah,
I mean, the story is like way more awesome than it has any right to be, which I mean, it's Joanne Starrer and Ted and Rose, so that shouldn't surprise us. But
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Cool.
uh,
What else is
yeah.
coming out?
Otherwise, we got
Elmer,
Scoop Volume 3 and Verse Volume 3.
are
Richard
you gonna
Ashley
pick up?
Hamilton.
Are you gonna pick up
And
that Batman Elmer Fudd?
I haven't decided if I'm getting the hardcover one or not.
Okay,
I need to go dig out my
it's really
actual
good.
issue. Oh
Yeah.
no, I have the issue.
Okay. Yep.
For that matter, I need to dig it out this week because when Lee Weeks was at C2E2, I had Lee Weeks sign my copy of Batman Elmer Fudd. So I need to take it this weekend to have Tom King sign it. And then I can have the Elmer Fudd signed by both Tom King and Lee Weeks.
Nice. What do you do with your signed comic books? Do you get them graded or displayed or what?
I put him back in the box.
You do. Okay.
They're for me.
Okay. All right. So, what else
I'm
is
not
coming up?
I have them made out to me. I don't want to sell them. I would rather they like write something on it that makes it unsellable but is like special to me
Yeah,
than
I agree. Like,
yeah.
I love my Kyle Starks autograph.
No.
He, did a little thing in it. Yeah. Anyway, my number one pick for next week, Tad, is a book called The First Americans. from
Okay.
Christopher Rita and Tad Galusha. He
Yeah, I
spells
kind of
Tad.
glanced at that.
What's that? Yeah, he spells his name with two D's though.
Two
So
D's. Yeah, yeah.
he's a weirdo.
Something
Uh
like that.
from Critical Entertainment. This book looks really interesting. When we talk about first Americans, we're not talking about right British and Spanish
No.
colonialism, right? We're talking about actual natives that traversed the
No, we're talking about the Vikings that truly. I'm kidding.
right. I assume we're talking about the natives that crossed the Bering Strait and made their way down the North American continent.
It's
Um,
possible.
I don't know, but I'm very interested in it, right? The first Americans seems really cool.
But I
Uh,
thought the first Americans were the ones that tossed the tea into the ocean.
so it might be about them, but I doubt it.
No, I know it's not. I looked at it more than that.
But Breaking into Comics is a book that's coming out from Josh Blaylock that is kind of right up my alley. I mean, it's not really a good like new comic series or anything like that. It's just a
You don't have to do new comic series for things that you hope will be spectacular, man. I
I
don't
know.
always.
I just think it looks really cool because I
It
would
does.
love my dream job would be to work in comic books in some form or
Yeah.
fashion, you know? And then
Yeah.
Absolute Batman #7 from Scott Snyder and Marcos Martin from DC Comics. Absolute, the Absolute titles are killing it, and this is one that I really enjoy. But I love Scott
Absolute
Snyder.
Martian Manhunter was so good.
Yeah, it really was. Love the cover. It was so bizarre.
Alrighty.
Hey, that
I
about
think
does it
that's all
for
we got. And I got an hour and a half to finish reading Jack Kirby.
nice. I am done in time
I've got
to.
two and a half issues to read to talk about them in an hour and a half. I've read an issue and a half of the four issues that I needed to read this week.
Mhm.
So
You could
there
do
you
it.
go. I have confidence in myself. I will
Okay.
finish up my issue of New Gods. I will read my issue of Jimmy Olsen, and then I will read my issue of Mr. Miracle. And hopefully Eddie will stop trying to eat my microphone's foam, whatever we call this thing that softens the sound of my voice.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Windscreen kind of, or
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
whatever we want to call it. Eddie thinks it's food. I keep trying to convince him that it's not. And then he decides there's a toy that he's supposed to dig his
Play
claws
with.
into and rip at, and I'm trying to convince him that it's not. But I don't know if you know this about cats. They understand you, but they choose not to listen.
Yeah, I like that about cats is
I
that they're
do like
so
that about that cats. I just love that like there have been actual studies done on the fact that they do understand what you're saying. They just often choose not to listen anyway.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like my dog my dog is so happy to just please me, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
will
whatever you want, Dad.
yep,
Okay.
yep,
Except when he doesn't understand, you say, "Do this," and he's like, "Oh, you mean come over to you?" No, you were supposed to grab that and come. Ah, I'm here, Dad.
yep. Right. Dogs are almost, I don't know, dumb in that way where they're just like,
You said a name. I decided it was mine, so I came to say hi.
yeah, right. And Um, cats are I honestly think some cats are probably more intelligent than dogs, right?
Oh, I
In the
think
way
most cats are more intelligent than dogs. I'm not saying that there aren't dumb cats, and I'm not saying that there aren't dumb dogs.
they're smart
Uh,
dogs, but
or that's what I meant, smart dogs. But I think in general, cats are smarter than dogs.
I think so too. They're obviously they're craftier, right?
Yes.
They scheme, they
Yes.
they plan. You know what I mean? That's
Yes. 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 I love that about them.
I do too.
Sometimes
And
I
it's
hate that about them, but mostly I love that about them.
because they're mysterious, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
creepy and anyway,
Anyway,
let's get on with our lives. Tad, it has been awesome for our 178th episode
Oh,
in the
it's a
bag.
lot.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot. How many
Yeah.
did you have with your last show?
Well, I don't know an exact number. I'll get back to you about that next week.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you if we include all the interviews, because we're like well over 500 total episodes.
Right.
So I bet you've now done, or at least uploaded, because you haven't done all of the episodes, but you've now uploaded more 22 panels than Smash and Grab, I am guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we're quite there in terms of the individual weekly episodes, because you were up there.
Well, what's 52 times 3? Because we had 3 years
52
worth.
times 3 is 156.
So that's roughly what we had.
Okay. Yeah, we're over 3 years now, which
Yeah.
is also kind of crazy.
Yeah. So yeah,
Awesome,
it's
but a little crazy.
yeah. So the work that you've done, Tad, has far, 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 far surpassed the efforts that I was even expecting to make, or that, what we were going to do with
What
this,
can I
or,
say? I'm a little OCD, and I love comics, and I like to talk to new people about comics,
yeah.
and this allows me to do all of those things. And has had the unexpected bonus of like actually creating friendships, and then I really want to talk to them more about comics or whatever. And sometimes that leads to more episodes. Sometimes it just leads to phone calls or chat threads, but you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think one of the reasons that I'm blown away when I look at these numbers is it doesn't feel like I've done that much.
That's because you like the work you're doing. you
Yeah,
know you
yeah.
like you like the people you're talking to, you like the content you're reading, you you know what I mean. It's fun, right? It's
It's
not.
it's my relaxation. It's actually it's how I recharge my batteries.
Okay.
I mean, on one sense, after every episode, particularly some of the interviews that I like really get amped up for, like it takes me a while to come down, but then I'm still like emotionally and mentally recharged in a way that very few other things do.
That's great.
It's one of the reasons that I keep myself busy with this stuff is because, like, if I didn't have something to recharge me after the world had brought me down to like screams and tears, I don't know what I'd do.
Right, I agree.
So, so it's become my mental health tool. It might have always been my mental health tool, but it's certainly my mental health tool these days.
That's awesome. All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
take
go
us
get
out, man.
dressed. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys after the next page.
And aren't you all glad that this is a an audio podcast, not video? Because Tyler just told us that he's been not dressed this whole time.
I rolled out of bed, and got into my chair that you see me in. And then, yeah, I put on a hoodie, but yeah, I was see, I sleep. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.